Hello YouTube! I took an amazingly beautiful flight to Santa Rosa, flying on top of San Francisco City in the Cirrus SR-22T. It's a turbocharged airplane. I took Alina with me. It was completely beautiful. 3 circles to land in Santa Rosa, but eventually we did it. So continue watching.
346 left, 52 Charlie Mike. Okay.
Number 0, Lima.
to
Number
1000,
2, Hawker,
1000.
final. Did you want paddle or full stop?
Full stop, number 2.
Check runway.
Number 0, Lima, control turbulence, straight 16 right, cleared to land.
16 right, clear to land, 01 Lima.
Plane 110 at 5.
Okay, 200 feet above airport elevation. Let's do 90 knots for flaps up. Okay, there is 90 knots, flaps up.
Caution, TFR ahead.
Hawker 3, Charlie
600.
Delta. Exit either the high speeds.
Look how stable the airplane is. My hands are off and it still wants to track the cars because it has a yaw dampener too. So single engine airplanes tend to fly left because the propeller is turning right, and the autopilot controls the ailerons, the roll and the pitch, but most autopilots don't control the yaw. This one controls the yaw. That's why it has a yaw dampener, so I don't need to keep pressing right rudder.
Your station, Mike, expedite your climb. Expedite the climb and contact approach 128.75.
Expedite climb 128.75, 528 Charlie Mike. Los Angeles Center, good afternoon, November 528 Charlie Mike, 10,500.
528 Charlie Mike, Los Angeles Center, roger, take your route of flight.
We're going to fly towards Gaviota VOR and then turn right towards our destination, Sierra Tango Sierra, 528 Charlie Mike.
Roger. Alright, Charlie Mike, Santa Barbara altimeter 2986.
986, 528 Charlie Mike. Okay, so
A little bit shut. I'm not talking so much
Perfect.
when I'm exciting. That's like my reaction.
okay. So let's do our cruise checklist. Oxygen, we don't need it. However, I do have oxygen bottles just in case because we're flying kind of high. So I'm gonna check our oxygen with the oximeter, and I have 4 oxygen bottles. However, oxygen is not required at this altitude. This is what the regulations say. It says I have to use the oxygen when I am above 12,500 feet for more than half an hour. Then all the crew members need to use oxygen. 14,000 feet immediately use oxygen. 15,000, then I have to make it available for you and tell you, Lena, I have oxygen, would you like to use it? And you're free to use it. However, I can
Whiskey, descend out, maintain.
see every time he talks, I kind of go quiet just to make sure he's not talking to us.
Santa Barbara altimeter 2986.
Power level reduced to 30.5.
For United 2166, you know which runway to expect?
Make sure adjusted engine parameters are good, fuel flow and imbalance, we are good. Any CHTs exceeding 420. One of my missions in aviation is to introduce a new expression. So right now, if you are flying inside the clouds, and let's say, tower tells you there's traffic here, so pilots would say I'm in the soup now, meaning I can't see outside, I'm inside the clouds. Now I want to change in the soup to in the yogurt, because yogurt is white, so it's more appropriate.
There's a 1042, so Santa Barbara 125.4, see. There's at 742, Santa Barbara approach 1254.
740, that's 742, good day.
Yep.
Okay, we're 11 miles from Gaviota. After Gaviota, we're gonna bring up our flight plan page. After Gaviota, we're going to Paso Robles.
660 Kilo, are you up?
Now I can fly this on GPS, but I'm using VORs.
660 Kilo is now descending to 8,500. Radar 660 Kilo, Roger, San Luis Obispo, 229er A-tree. A-tree.
Okay, so now we can do a couple of things. Let's measure our oxygen and make sure that we are good. 88, maybe I'll use a little bit. 85, okay, we're almost the same. Your heartbeat is good. Let's take out an oxygen bottle.
Philly Center, Whisper Jet 29, vacating flight level 190. Roger.
Cessna 172, and I'm headed to Delano, that's the name of Oscar.
6 Bravo, Quebec, Roger, thank you.
Yeah, we have a 37 knot tailwind.
Good afternoon.
So our indicated airspeed is 143 knots. True airspeed is 173. Ground speed is 210. So we're doing roughly around 240 miles an hour.
Number 550,
Not bad.
contact NorCal approach,
Yeah, you know better.
127.15.
I mean, 240 miles an hour, that's like 400 kilometers an hour.
Okay.
I don't see him on
6 Bravo,
TCAS.
Quebec, your previously called traffic is now at 10 o'clock and 3 miles southbound at 6,000 at Skyhawk.
Looking for traffic, 916 Quebec.
November 9 Mike Echo, your previously called traffic is now at 2 o'clock and 2
Go
miles
to the maps page.
down at Skyhawk at 5,500. Traffic in sight, 169 Mike Echo. 169 Mike Echo, Roger.
Oh, there we go. Traffic in sight, looking good. 528 Charlie Mike.
November 8 Charlie Mike, Roger, thank you. 6 Tango Sierra, previously called traffic has you in sight.
Do you see him?
And there 528 Charlie Mike, whenever you're comfortable, VFR altitudes are at your discretion.
Yeah, it's a bit too close. Is it okay if I stay at 10,000? 528 Charlie Mike.
Charlie Mike, affirmative. As long as you need to, that's totally fine, just whenever you're comfortable.
Thank you, sir. 528 Charlie Mike.
Traffic is sight, 916 Quebec.
916 Bravo, Quebec, Roger, thank you very much. Contact Los Angeles Center on 119.05 and advise them that you have that traffic in sight.
Okay, LA 916 Quebec.
Okay, so we passed Paso Robles, which is a beautiful city, by the way. I've been to Paso Robles, been to San Luis Obispo. They're such nice small cities where people know each other, that kind of thing. So anyways, we passed Paso Robles, we're flying towards Ficto intersection, which is this one right here. And then after Ficto, we are gonna turn left straight towards Mike Romeo Yankee, which is Monterey Airport. And then from Monterey Airport, we'll stay at 10,500 feet. You see this complicated blue lines? That's the airspace around San Francisco Airport, which is this. So that's why I selected 10,500 so that we are above the San Francisco Class Bravo airspace. And then over here, once we pass the Class Bravo airspace, that's when we're gonna configure our descent to Santa Rosa area. Everything's looking great. All the indicators are in the green. We're in perfect shape.
Good afternoon, Oakland Center.
And we passed Cirrus.
10,600 in descent.
I don't even see him on TCAS.
Can you say, number 270
No, I do see him.
Mike. Contact Oakland Center on 123.8. 123.8, anything on Mike.
No, he's still here. But he's white now. That means he's not a factor. 528 Charlie Mike, now straight to Monterey.
Traffic, 12 o'clock.
Alright, Charlie Mike, Roger, are you heading over Monterey before heading up to Santa Rosa?
Affirmative, Monterey, and then we can actually climb now to 10,500 to stay above the San Francisco Bravo. The other airplane is actually going away from us now.
November 8 Charlie Mike, Roger, thank you. VFR altitudes at your discretion, and good job there.
Thank you, sir. 528 Charlie Mike. Okay, now hang on a second.
528 Charlie Mike, contact NorCal approach 127.15. Good day and thanks for the help.
Thank you, sir. 127.15. 528 Charlie Mike. Okay, Monterey is right there. If you lift up your head of it, you see Monterey Airport right below us. And this is Salinas.
I got the breakthrough squawk 0365.
San Francisco always gets this marine layer. Under these, it's the San Francisco Bay Area and so forth. But we'll see if we're going to capture a few beautiful views.
Cirrus 8 Charlie Mike, contact NorCal approach 2133.905.
133.905, good day, Charlie Mike.
Okay.
Southwest 2627, previously issued traffic no factor, additional traffic 12 o'clock 3 miles southbound. They're diverging away now, they're going to climb reference you out of 10,000 E135.
Got him in sight, southwest.
Okay, and now we are flying straight towards Santa Rosa.
Maintain visual separation, they're diverging away and climbing
Right
reference you.
I'm sorry?
San Francisco is the right side.
Okay, so San Francisco is straight ahead.
Ah, okay, okay.
Correct.
United 900 heavy count.
And it is about 70 nautical miles.
Southwest 2627, actually begin your
I think it might be past those mountains. I'm not sure. I'll take a look.
Rate down to 7,000, southwest 20.
But it's probably past those mountains. So I want to quickly talk about the process I go to when I select an airport, and what do I do to keep, making sure that I am in tip-top shape. So I knew that I wanted to take Alina somewhere I haven't been to. A couple of people recommended that a flight to Santa Rosa would be absolutely beautiful because you'll be flying on top of San Francisco, and Santa Rosa is a beautiful city. So the first thing I do is, okay, maybe Santa Rosa is a good candidate. Then I open up my iPad and I either use Apple Maps or Google Maps. Look at the satellite imagery, if there's like beautiful terrain, hiking trails, things like that, restaurants, fairs even to go to, wineries like they have in Paso Robles or St. Louis Obispo and so forth.
15-4 descending via Bodega.
After that, let's say that the city is okay, right? So it's a series of yes or no. Is this a yes? Then you continue to the next step. If it's no, if it's somewhere that is not interesting for me, then I look for something else. But the city's okay. Now let's look at airports. Does it have an airport that is suitable for us that is close to land? Yes, it has an airport. And the next question is, does it have runways which I am comfortable with using? This airplane needs at least 2,500 feet of runway length, but that doesn't make me feel comfortable. I don't want to land at a runway that is only 2,500, even though I'm within the limits, but I want to go to an airport that has at least 4,000, 5,000. So the one we're going to, it has two runways. One is 5,200 and one is 6,000. That's plenty of runway for us to land. And then I look at the airport facility directory. What is the runway condition? Is it asphalt and is it in good condition? The answer is yes. Great. Does the airport has an FBO? Does the FBO have fuel? Is the FBO going to be open and operational during our time of arrival and departure as well? Does it have 100 low lead? So all these are questions.
Mike, radio check.
Sorry about that. Go ahead. 528 Charlie Mike.
Yes, sir. I do need to move you. There will be multiple aircraft inbound. Would you like to move further to your right and then back on navigation in about 15 miles, or further to your left and do the same thing?
Sure. So flight present heading for now. 528 Charlie Mike.
Yes, sir. I do need to move you though. So would you like to go further inland or over the water?
We can go inland if that's okay with you. 528 Charlie Mike.
I'm ready, Charlie Mike. That's no problem. Sliding of turn 20 degrees right and expect on course in about 15 miles.
Okay, from heading 330 to heading 350. 528 Charlie Mike. Actually, it doesn't want to fly nav mode just because we're too far away. So what I'm going to do is heading mode and fly a little bit to the left. But the nav is armed now. Now once I get close enough, then it's going to actually intercept the course. Now I want to see Half Moon Bay Airport, and I'm not sure if I can see it. Beautiful airport. Maybe one day I'll fly there. I haven't been there.
Roger, longboat 73 Delta.
So after I look at Apple Maps and I know that, okay, this is a
Good afternoon, expect a visual approach to runway.
beautiful city I want to fly to, airport is in good condition, they have fuel, they have an FBO, then I start checking the weather for the time of our departure. So 4 days ago I started checking the weather, and for flight, obviously you can go with daily, and then maybe anywhere from 48 to 72 hours before your departure, you can check the MOS, which stands for Model Output Statistic. It's still not an observation, so even MOS or TAF for Terminal Aerodrome Forecast, all those are predictions and they may not be accurate, but as you get closer and closer to your departure day, then actually you find weather, you know, converging and gets more and more accurate. So if the weather is a go,
Longboat 73 Delta Heavy, reduce speed to 6 to 0, traffic in the factory.
then one of the great resources that the FAA does is they publish these videos called From the Flight Deck on YouTube about every airport, and they talk about some of the things that you should be aware of, the hot spot where, you know, some incidents can occur on runways. I find them a great resource. After watching that video, then I watch other pilots that actually post their landing videos into that destination airport. Kind of helps me get familiar with the terrain. I take a look at the airport on Google Maps, satellite imagery or Apple Maps, again, get familiar with the terrain. And then one of the best things that I do is actually fly the intended flight on Flight Simulator. Right now we intercepted the course, the autopilot did, now we're turning right on course. And because right now I'm in my instrument training, so I thought it would be great to actually practice a flight from Van Nuys to Santa Rosa and do it in instrument conditions. I would still get familiar with the airport, the different runways that they have. Because the simulator at Mach 1 Flight School is approved, so I can use that time towards my instrument rating. And then yesterday, I actually have a simulator at home. So I did two approaches. I was suspecting I'm either going to be routed to runway 20 at Santa Rosa or the other runway, I think it's 14. I think it's 14. So I did two approaches. Still gets me a bit more familiar with the area, the different terrains around you, what the runways look like, and so forth. Certainly reviewed all the NOTAMs, you know, for taxiways and runways, if there's anything closed, restrictions.
5 miles southwest, now 3,500. 5 minutes, 10,000 is Airbus.
Then I go ahead and plan the flight on ForeFlight, and I'm very careful in selecting the altitude. I select the highest possible altitude that would still work. You know, the higher you are, the more energy you have, certainly gives you more options in case, you know, you have an incident and you want to, you know, go and fly to an airport. But, you know, if you fly from Van Nuys to Santa Barbara at 12,000 feet, you can't do it. By the time you hit 10,000 feet, you'll be at Santa Barbara already. But because we have a longer flight, I thought that 10,500 would be a good altitude for us to fly on. You plan the flight on ForeFlight, you make sure that you are away from TFRs, from military areas, from restricted and prohibited areas, and you are still close to ground-based navigation systems. Even though you can fly the entire flight on GPS, let's say that, you know, there's an outage, unpredicted outage, even though I understand that this is like astronomically, you know, hard to happen. Why not, you know, be close to VORs, even NDBs, other airports, you can still use them for navigation.
Center maintain 6,567.
After all that, I download important plates on ForeFlight for offline use.
My flight is 350 again, expect the home navigation in about 5 miles.
Turning right, heading 350, 528 Charlie Mike. So now we can buck the heading and then turn heading 350 and then put the autopilot on heading. Now autopilot will turn right. And I think it's safe to say welcome to Silicon Valley.
Road Secretary 38, uniform positive 17,900 to 1.
So after all that, I certainly download all the plates I may need on ForeFlight for offline use, and then I keep checking the weather. And if I'm within like 24 hours, then every 6 hours I'm gonna check the weather. And if the weather is marginal, I'm not going. You know, I need to be comfortable with my skills to do the departures, the approaches into my destination airport. And then I create this sheet That for me is extremely handy. You guys can see it over here. And it has basically all the frequencies
7,000,
and ready spaces for the ARIS information. And that way I don't have to keep opening up different maps. Hey, what's the frequency here? What's there? It's just one page that includes all the information that I may need. We're gonna fly on top of San Francisco now. What do you think? Let's go to San Francisco. You see those two runways?
Wow, yeah, nice.
And you see there's an airplane on the approach. Two airplanes, you see, one on the right and one on the left.
They're landing.
This is what flying is all about. This is just absolutely amazing. Totally amazing. Oh man.
Got a 3028, NorCal 127.67, good day. 2767, United 3028, good day. That was 3893, direct Mogi, NorCal 127.67.
Let's turn a little bit.
Direct Bogey at 2767, Skyway.
Wow, can't believe this. This is amazing. Amazing.
Tango 525 at a right base, 28 right at open altimeter 2983.
Hey, right way, 28 right, Paco 525.
NorCal, good afternoon. November 528, Charlie Mike 10,500.
November 528, Charlie Mike, NorCal, the altimeter is 2983.
2983, 528, Charlie Mike.
Bar Scott 4657, 1,500, climb 10,000, trucker departure.
There's downtown San Francisco with the high rises. And I'm really hoping that I can show you the Golden Gate Bridge. We'll see if we can get it.
I already see it.
You see it?
Red one, yeah.
Okay.
Tango 525, Oakland Tower 118.3.
118.3, Paco 525.
Let's do some sightseeing around here.
But we can come closer.
Say again?
We can come closer.
Yes. Look at this bridge, but this is not the Golden Gate. You see it?
I passed it. I've been here once.
Oh, okay. Oh, you have?
I've been here in San Francisco.
Okay. Look at the airplane landing.
Air 762, NorCal 127.67, good day.
2767, Air Canada 762, thanks, Nathan.
Got a 2427, direct Mogi, NorCal 127.67, good day.
2767, direct Mogi, United 2427, good day.
This is not the one. I think
not, yeah.
because downtown closer not to the Golden Bridge. It should be next one.
Contact Oakland Center 127.
That one I passed. This no.
Thank you, 700 Juliet.
Before the downtown is not the Golden Bridge. It's also with red, but it's not.
Whiskey, 1500 feet.
Alcatraz.
Number 740 Whiskey, NorCal, out of below 2000 on navigation, the altitude is 2983.
Staying below 2000 on navigation, 7490 Whiskey.
All the cameras are recording. Right camera is recording. We are in. Try the information. Okay, there we go.
Destination ATIS is 120.55.
Advise on this contact, give information Kilo.
Kilo.
Santa Rosa Airport information Kilo 19530 Zulu observation, wind 140 at 8, visibility 10, sky clear, temperature 2.16, altimeter 2981. Expect visual approach, landing departing runways 1420. Use caution for road surface, departure rest, departing runway 20. Check heading. Got Santa Rosa DME is unserved. Has weather information for Northern California customers available at flight service frequencies. Advise on this contact, give information Kilo.
Is this good?
Yeah, thank you.
57 Travis approach 119.9, good day.
199 for Travis, go. 4667.
Nice.
866 Johnny C, 250 knots, climb maintain Papa 190.
150 or less, 190, flex jet 866.
250 or less, and 19,000, flex jet 866.
250 or less, 19,000, flex jet 866.
November 504, contact Travis approach.
Hi, Candy.
Orbital approach on 120.90.
That is Golden Bridge.
This is the Golden Gate Bridge?
Yeah, I think so.
Actually, the same flex for enough.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think because the Golden Gate Bridge connects San Francisco. Here, I'll show you the Golden Gate Bridge.
November 540, contact NorCal approach 120.90.
Okay, now we started our descent to Santa Rosa.
Affirmative.
Slow down the airplane.
Jet Edge 578, contact Oka approach 13349.
And we did our before descent checklist.
Jet Edge 5.
So let's exit this.
Jet 572, just heads up, you'll be number 2.
Alright, thanks.
Center, Bonanza 45.8, Mike. We're gonna...
We're a bit higher on the speed, but that's okay. 528 Charlie, Mike started a VFR descent.
Activity about 10 miles ahead.
Sure.
Indicate 90 south and below.
And let's get our bearings together for Santa Rosa.
Approaching 1 o'clock, less than 2 miles up to the direction.
Frequency, tower frequency is 118.5, so let's put 118.5 for tower. So we're gonna go COM 1185, enter. So that when he hands us off, we are ready.
40 flagship 572.
Okay. Ground will be 121.9. I can put 121.9 on COM 2. So let's do this and then put 121.9. Enter.
024, contact Oakland.
So that's good.
97.
Pattern altitude is 1,130.
Class Delta below in 7.0
Show
miles.
Sonoma, Co-Class D airspace below and 6.7 miles.
Alaska 1316, Oakland Center, Roger, Santa Rosa, altimeter 29081, information.
Runway 20, if they give us 20.
We have Kilo Alaska 1316.
Alaska 1316, just to maintain 90,000.
Zero 2 20. Yeah, if they give us 20, then we're gonna turn this way and then fly that way. But they're probably gonna give us.
Alaska 1316, would you prefer the RNAV 14 just to set you up for the visual?
Yeah, then we do Alaska 1316.
Alaska 1316, Roger.
We're gonna do our before landing checklist.
And net the altitude, maintain 10,000.
I just want to verify that's RNAV.
Before landing. Okay, seat belts, yours are good, mine is good. Fuel pump, let's put the fuel pump on boost. Flaps as required, autopilot as required. Let's just go mixture full rich 2.
528.
You see the airport now, the runway, heading that way?
Santa Rosa Tower.
Okay. Tower, good afternoon, November 528 Charlie Mike is about 7 miles to the south, requesting full stop landing, please.
November 528 Charlie Mike, Santa Rosa Tower, make right traffic, runway 14 and report midfield.
Right traffic, runway 14 will report midfield downwind, 528 Charlie Mike. Okay, now we can fly towards the airport.
On course through, frequency transfer.
Right traffic, runway 14.
Report reestablished.
So we're going to runway 14, which is perfect. And now we're flying back inbounds towards the airport. And look at that, there was an old airport right here, do you see it? But it's decommissioned now.
November 8 Charlie Mike, make a left
Class
turn,
Delta below in 1.4 miles.
Circle west of the airport for right traffic.
Left turn, 40 degrees, 528 Charlie Mike.
Altitude.
November 8 Charlie Mike, make a left 360.
Left 360, 528 Charlie Mike.
Cessna 161, Cessna 161, traffic ahead to your left, making a left 360 at Cessna.
It's not a Cessna, it's a Cirrus.
Cessna 161, we're looking for that traffic.
Santa Rosa Tower, Skyline 9163 Golf, 7.5 north, with inbound to Kilo. Santa Rosa Tower, Skyline 9163 Golf, to about 5 north.
Skyline 9163 Golf, Santa Rosa Tower, remain outside Class Delta, remain east of the 14 center line traffic on a 15 mile final to runway 14, a 737, descend through 3,700. I'll call you back in a couple minutes.
Okay, was that for 63 Golf? You got cut off.
Cessna 63 Golf, affirmative. Traffic ahead and to your right, 5 miles inbound on straight into runway 14, a 737, altitude increase 3,500. Remain east of the 14 center line and outside of the Class Delta. I'll call you back in a couple minutes.
Okay, I'm kind of orbiting over Alexander Valley.
Cessna 78 Victor, runway 14, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, 1478 Victor.
Cessna 60 Alpha, turn left out 5, contact ground point enter. November 8 Charlie Mike, say altitude.
1,800.
November 8 Charlie Mike, make a wide left 360. There's traffic control view of Cessna. You plan to follow them.
Wide left 360, 528 Charlie Mike.
And November 8 Charlie Mike, traffic ahead traffic on a 8-mile final runway 14, a 737 descending through 2,500. Remain remain west of the 14 extension line.
Remain west of the 14 extension line, 528 Charlie Mike.
Altitude.
Cessna 161, the 737s ahead and to your right at 3 miles, 2,200.
Cessna 161, we have the traffic in sight.
Cessna 161, caution wake turbulence number 2, runway 14, clear touch and go.
Oh, there he is. 528 Charlie Mike has the Alaska in sight.
Cessna 8 Charlie Mike, you're number 3. You're not following the Alaska. You're following a Cessna. They are 2 miles north of your position, about to turn wings up right base.
Affirmative, we'll keep flying this heading, and then if you can then just let us know when to turn inbound. 528 Charlie Mike.
November 8 Charlie Mike, Wilco.
282 Lima crossing center line south.
Cessna 82 Lima, roger.
Okay, heading 140, confirms with our runway.
270.
Mixture is full rich, flaps are 50. So we have one more notch of flaps to drop.
Sirius 8 Charlie Mike, number 2, follow the Cessna on a 3-mile final, runway 14, clear to land.
Runway 14, clear to land, thanks for the help, 528 Charlie Mike.
Cessna 63 Golf, expect a left brake for left traffic to runway 14.
63 Golf.
Two-mile final runway 14.
Cessna 78 Victor, number 3, follow Sirius on a 3-mile final.
Is that Cessna going around 528 Charlie Mike?
Sirius 8 Charlie Mike, they're doing touch and go. Cessna 78 Victor, traffic crossing around Phillips.
Looking for traffic 78 Victor.
Cessna 16 November. Number 2, follow Cessna 1-mile final, runway 14, clear to land.
Number 2 following the Cessna on a 1-mile final, 14,
Now you can breathe easier.
Sirius 8 Charlie Mike, turn left off 4, contact ground point 9er.
Thank you for the help, Alpha 4, ground point 9 at 528 Charlie Mike.
Correction, Cessna 16 November, change of sequence, you're number 3, following a Cessna midfield left downwind.
Oh.
Number 3 following a Cessna midfield left downwind for 16 November, thank you, we're looking for them.
Cessna 63, Cessna 63.
Ground, good afternoon, November 528 Charlie Mike off, runway 14, request taxi to, I think it's Pacific Jet, the Kaiser Jet, please, Kaiser Air.
Cheers, 528 Charlie Mike, center of the ground taxi, cross Alpha, turn left on the ramp for Kaiser.